Okay, the first thing to do when we want to install the AnimSchool Picker on a Mountain Lion OS X is, of course, to unpack the AnimSchool Picker file, the zip file, that you know where you have downloaded from, and inside of the package there is one file called animschoolpicker.bundle. This one file, it essentially can be moved wherever you want to, but in order to keep things organized within Maya, I prefer to put this file, this plugin file, inside the Maya plugin folder, which on a Mac is under our Macintosh hard drive, under Users, under Shared, and here we can find a folder called Autodesk. So I double click on it and there is another bunch of folders. We choose Maya. There we may have several folders with the versions of Maya that we have installed, but unfortunately on Mountain Lion there's no prior version that works, so we have all 2013. Here it's completely useless. You may not have them. So double click on the 2013 folder in which we can find icons, plugins and scripts, and we're going to move the AnimSchool plugin file, so the bundle file, here inside plugins. This is the first step. Then we want to move this icon file inside our Maya icons, which is not here. It's a little different than on Windows, so even if we have an icon folder in here, this is not what we want to. So we should go back, or better, we should move inside a folder called Preferences, which we can find under our user folder. So if we are in our Macintosh hard drive, we go under users. This is my user folder. I double click on it. But as you can see, there's no preference folder. This is a new thing that comes with Mountain Lion, or at least since Lion. So how should we see the preferences folder in Mountain Lion? We go through the Finder, okay? If we click on Go, we can see a list of folders which doesn't show the preferences folder. But look, now I press and hold the Alt key or Option key, as you prefer, and here we can find a library folder that we didn't find before. So we still Alt pressed, I click on library and it takes me to the library folder. Be aware, there's a folder called Autodesk inside the library folder. It's not the one we need, so we should go down, we should scroll till we find Preferences, this one here. So we go inside Preferences, and here there's an Autodesk folder, and this is the one we're going for. So double click on it. Still we have our folders with the versions of Maya that we have installed. I come from a Snow Leopard installation in which I had 2012, so since I made a backup, it's still here, but it doesn't work. So we go under 2013, double click, and here we can find prefs, presets and scripts. So we go under prefs, the first, and here we have all we need. So there's a folder called Icons, which is full of icons that I'm already using, in which I'm going to move the picker icon. And that's pretty much done with the files, because these files here, you can move them wherever you want to. I have an AnimSchool folder in my Maya projects folder, in which I have moved all the AnimSchool stuff organized by folders. For instance, they are all inside a folder called Picker. and you just need to be aware where they are, because when you use the picker you just open them, so you need to have them in a handy place. Okay, so now we have moved all the files in the proper places, and we need to reboot Maya just to make sure that when it loads, it uh, loads all the plugins and the things that we have just moved on it. So I quit Maya and I restart Maya. Okay, at this point, if we go under Window, Setting Preferences, Plugin Manager, and let me move it so that you can see it. Here on the top, we will see a bunch of plugins that we have installed. I have a little more than probably, or by the way, it's different than yours probably, but we all should have AnimSchool Picker Bundle. So we click on Loaded and Auto Load. Be aware, in order to have it working properly, you should be sure that you have downloaded the latest version of the plugin. Okay, so once we have it enabled, we just click on Close, and the next thing to do is picking the AnimSchool Picker Install TXT that comes along with the package, and see the instructions. They are pretty simple. As you notice, it provides already a path which is not correct because it's related to our computer, and I have a very quick trick to find the proper path on a Mac without getting crazy, without getting to know code. And one is to take the plugin folder, this one here that we can reach through the Macintosh hard drive, users, shared, Autodesk, Maya 2013, plugins, this one here that we have seen before. Then we open the terminal, which can be opened just by going to the Finder, on the top right corner of your computer, that magnifying glass. And magically, if you pick this folder, drag it into the terminal, it gives you the path. So you select the path, you copy the path, and so we have the path, the proper path to this file. So now what should we do? We should go in the mail script editor, paste with Command V the command, and also adding to it the name of the file. Simple, copy, / Command V. It needs also a little more. Okay, so there's a quote and semicolon, if I'm not wrong. So we need to copy also this command here. Okay, copy, paste, and then it needs to have quotes before, quote, quotes at the end, and semicolon. Okay, now at this point it is correct. Then let's remind this line, the second line here, copy, paste, select, hold the right click and execute. Okay, and here's the picker. Okay, now I will show you how to make a shelf button with the picker. To make a shelf button, we go in to Shelf Editor, and I want to make it in my custom shelf. So I make a new shelf in here, user script. I don't know what this is. I just get rid of it, and I call it school picker. Then we can also choose an icon which we have installed. Okay, picker icon, open. Here we can type AnimSchool picker, it's not essential. And under command, we remove this one and we paste this, the second line here, which opens the picker, okay? Now our shelf is done, shelf button, we save all shelves, and here it is, and whenever I click on it, I open the picker. Then I can close this one and I can open the picker that I need according to my rig, the rig that I'm using. Let me just take you there. Okay, here. And as I said, I got a folder called AnimSchool. I double click on picker and I choose what picker I want to use. Then it asks me the namespace. In this case, I have no namespaces because I have no rigs imported. And here's the picker, which will work perfectly once you have imported your rig into the scene.